I am once again devoid of introductions. Let's do weather! Woo! Severe weather and flash flooding threats do continue across the Central Plains and the Midwest into tonight before shifting south and eastward midweek. Has this updated yet? Come on, it's like 3 a.m. See this storm system above my head? It's still storming. Look at it go. Flash flooding threats continue and severe weather associated with these systems. The one above my big fat head and the other one over there in Texas. Rockies look like they've chilled out a bit. You might still be getting cold and some snow in the higher elevations, but I can't see anything on the Doppler for most of the west of the country. East Coast, you've got a little thingy passing way up top in Canada, but other than that, everybody looks good, and they are reporting early season heat wave conditions for the East Coast, so everybody be careful and take precautions against very hot temperatures. Let's check those on the temperature map. Yes, we've got only Maine is cooler than 85 degrees basically for the entire East Coast. Hottest parts I'm seeing are near the nation's capital, Virginia. You're in the high 90s. That is a really hot spot. Everywhere else is in the high 80s, low 90s. 83 at the shaft, 86 at the tip of the peanuts. Midwest, same story. We're hot from the lakes all the way to the Gulf. High 80s or 90s. Plainsy Poos, we've got 50s from the Canadian border turning into 60s by the time you get down into Nebraska and Kansas. 70s for most of Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle, turning into the 80s and 90s as you get down into the thick of Texas. 94 at the tip. Mountain states are a bit cooler from the Canadian border down to the southwest. You're in the 50s and 60s, maybe cooler in higher elevations, still seeing some of that snowfall if they are. And west coastly, we've got really moderate for Washington and Oregon, mid 60s to mid 70s, just depending on where you're at, turning into 80s and 90s for NorCal, and same story for SoCal, and 72 down at the border for them. McMurdo Station on the Ross Sea in Antarctica sitting at negative 18 degrees, mild winds from the east at 4 miles per hour, giving them a real feel of negative 17 degrees and mostly cloudy skies. Puerto Rico looking good. Some passing scattered showers still may be occurring here and there. Check your very local conditions and watch out for flood risk or heat risk, but most of that may have tapered off from yesterday. Small craft advisories are in effect for the northern half of the seas around the island, so small boaters who go out very far from land, be aware of that. Daytime high temperatures, 87, 89 on the north, 84 in the east, 89 for the south, 91 for the west, 79 for the interior, with 88 to 90 for the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Croix and surrounding waters at 83. Alaska looking pretty good right now. Some precipitation remaining in the lower part of the state, making it a bit cooler than some other parts, but the real story in the temperatures. We've got 22, 24, 29 up on the Arctic Circle, turning into 50s and 60s for most of the interior, just depending on where you're at and your elevation. Coastline's a little cooler, as is the southern part of the state, with 47, 41 for the 47, 43 for the Aleutians, 49, 47 near Anchorage, and 54 for the Panhandlers. Hawaii looking good on the radar at this time. Nothing to report of note. Some small craft advisories are in effect for the Big Island and Maui on the western side, so be aware of that. But other than that, your daytime highs, mid 70s to the mid 80s for most areas, with a lot of high 70s being the story, and those hotter areas generally on the coastlines. No intro, no outro. Have a good day. Bye. It totally isn't because I had to re-record everything. I would never do that.